and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'll be your game master for the night, Jason. And with me as usual is Sarah playing Io, Eric playing Captain, Rappy playing Keltzer, Duba playing Doc, and Jeremy playing Ozen. And when we left off last time, I believe you were on your way back to the corporate sector.
Murdered a hut.
You removed him from power.
Yeah.
There's just only one way you do that with a hut.
Yeah.
They cling tenaciously to their power. But, you know, he had betrayed you. At least that's what you've been told.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come back to bite us later.
Any decision you made was going to, so...
This is to be expected.
Only the resolutions at the end of a campaign never come back to bite you. Unless you run a sequel campaign.
Yeah.
Like we did Scion again.
Or vampire.
Or vampire.
That's Genesis pretty conclusive though.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too many of your enemies really walked away from that one.
Nope.
So anyway, your voyage back to the corporate sector, not nearly as comfortable as your voyage out of the corporate sector. You know, you went from Ludo's personal yacht to a transport that's not kept up quite as well as the captain keeps yours up.
Okay, so it's even a worse transport than our ship.
Our ship's pretty decent, though.
Yeah. Ludo fixed it up. It's not the newest ship, but Ludo fixed it up pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't include the dancing girls like he is, but you know. Though I guess you could program BL to do that. I mean, in theory.
In theory.
But yeah, they get you back into corporate space, or the corporate sector. And you hop you know, a few other kind of smaller, you know, people movers, not necessarily cargo transports, to get back to the planet you had left the Rubicon on. Under a false name,
like
I
taking
believe.
the bus. Yep. The equivalent of like taking a bus. Like in this changing routes every 5 minutes.
Just about, yeah. It's like, yeah, just make sure we're not being followed.
Yep.
Though nobody should know you've been to the corporate sector. I mean, out of the corporate sector. That way you have plausible deniability. Arnix the Hut died. Well, we don't know nothing about that. We were in Detroit.
Ah, shit, Detroit.
But you get back there, and you've been gone at least a few weeks by this point. The initial amount you paid up front to dock your ship, I don't think you've used all of that up, so you'll get some money back. R2 is, you know, glad to see you when you get there. He tells you no one tried to break into the ship. He didn't have to knife anybody.
Oh, good.
Real proud of you.
He was very disappointed.
He was ready to, though.
As long as you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
The buzz droids, the loader droids, Even when y'all are traveling, they mostly just sit in the hold, so nothing was really any different for them. Captain, as you review, I don't know if you say the log or what, but you've got a few messages from potential clients or people you've worked with, you've hauled for before that were messaging you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also one message addressed to Keltzer.
Okay. Keltzer,
Yes.
come to the cockpit, please.
Oh god. Got a retail flashback.
She would head down to the cockpit.
Got a message.
Okay. Who?
It's just a message for you.
She'll grab it and is it like a hollow letter or something?
No, it's a recording where somebody was trying to call.
Okay. She'll play the recording.
The hologram starts up. You see a rather bulky man in Mandalorian armor. It's armor you recognize. It's and as soon as it comes up, he identifies himself. So, as though as if you wouldn't have recognized him. Keltzer, this is your Uncle Till. I hate to tell you this, in a message like this, but your cousin Thelk has died. Yeah, he and his wife were killed. Their son Chas managed to get home on his own. But their daughter, a foundling they've been raising for a couple of years now, Zay, the attackers took her. They were traveling through the corporate sector. I know you were in that area. You're the only member of the family I know of that's over that way. Call me back as soon as you get this.
She will look to see when this message was sent.
It arrived 3 days ago.
She would call back.
Okay. It takes a minute or so for the communication to hook up. But not too long, and he appears on the screen, or the hologram rather. The picture is zoomed in mostly on his helmet, but you can see just enough of his shoulder to know that he was basically in his pajamas. It's hard to keep up with time zones across the galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's Death Watch.
But as soon as he sees you, a little bit, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Then he notices the captain,
What?
He turns his head ever so slightly towards the captain, as though taken aback by such rudeness.
He's a little intense.
How many of y'all are in the cockpit? So I know how many of y'all are in this conversation.
Oh, right. I forgot. I thought it was an actual person there. My bad.
Well, if y'all are in the cockpit, he sees
Yeah.
the cockpit and y'all see him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nah.
I just thought it was an actual person. No, Ozen's in her room.
Pondering the cube.
Yes.
Out of my head.
I don't know. I kind of like the picture of Keltzer and the captain standing in the cockpit, and the rest of y'all just kind of crammed in the door.
Like a Scooby-Doo show.
Oh yeah, just like a column of heads.
Yeah.
Though truthfully, the way the hologram tend to work in Star Wars, he'd probably just see Keltzer, and maybe the captain if he was standing close to her.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, they don't usually broadcast the backgrounds. But yeah, he looks at the captain for a second before just
It's a
ignoring him,
souped up hologram, I guess.
and looks back at Keltzer.
Endotech.
Clearly, you got my message. We don't know why these people would have taken Zay. Or why they would have killed Thelk and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But you are the closest person we have that we could tap to investigate. You know, for whatever reason they took her, we are not leaving one of our foundlings.
Yeah.
With these killers. And let's be honest, we're not going to leave these killers walking around.
Of course. Do you have their last exact location? Or at least
Well, we have what planet they were on. We have what planet
Okay.
they were on and what city on the planet.
Okay. Good.
Zay has a tracker in her clothes.
Okay.
I will send you the frequency. So you should be able to use that once you're in the city. To track her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously speed is of the time is of the essence. And as he's saying that, the coordinates come through. It's a medium-sized, fairly industrialized planet. Just off the Hadrian Way, which is the main trade route that cuts through the corporate zone or sector. Now, this is a family matter. He's not going to insult you by offering pay for it.
Yeah.
But the family does want to, pay your crew back for any expenses incurred, at least.
Okay.
Because they don't know everything you've been up to, but they know you've been on, that you've been working with one particular crew. So he'll trust you just to keep an invoice of any spending you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
They have another one of your cousins headed that direction, but it'll be a week or so before he gets there. Hopefully by the time he arrives in the sector, you'll have, retrieved Zay.
Are there any demands made?
Not as of yet. We thought perhaps it was slavers. Children as young as Zay will be, people wanting children, people that can't have children will sometimes just, buy a child to raise. She was. Why they would have picked a fight with a family of Mandalorians is kind of beyond us at the moment. like I said, their son Chas got home. He's a little, well, clearly he's taking it hard. He would do him a world of good if you could get his sister home.
Yeah, I will do my best. Die trying.
We'd prefer the former instead of the latter.
Of course.
If you need, if you need anything else, contact me and I'll see what I can do. Oh, your aunt sends her love.
Tell the family I said hi.
He kind of glances behind him. Yeah, she's not awake.
Yeah, when everybody's more awake, of course.
Yes. Well, good hunting then, and please keep us informed.
Yep. Will do.
And he signs out. Signs off, whatever it is.
Mm. She, of course, will look at the captain and be like, I'm assuming you will be keeping account on what we spend. At least what you guys spend.
I'm gonna demand one of those disruptor rifles as payment.
Okay.
It's not often you can get a hold of Mandalorian weaponry.
The captain just wants to go around disintegrating people. That's all it is.
Scully, please.
Just
I love
something
you.
else to add to the wall.
No
Yeah,
disintegration.
it might be.
No disintegrations in my ass. Psst.
I just.
It's not like he can just go toting around with it.
Well, I mean, true, but he now has a prime opportunity to get a hold of one.
Yeah, that's true. It goes right next to your sword as like the technological diametrically opposed items.
Yeah. Everyone meet in the mess hall.
We're already here.
You're in your room. Bullshit.
Forget the fourth. The captain has ship awareness. He knows where all of his crew is at any given moment.
It's just a security camera.
No. It's the chips Doc implanted in all of you. The numerous times he's worked on you.
The caveat is it only works while you're in the ship. You leave the ship, it's blind.
That's fair.
Scully, please stop. Child, please stop. Stop.
No.
No. Cats do not stop. Cats know when you're screaming.
Yeah, she's just like,
That is true.
Mom, your foot.
He's playing Stevie with a streamer today, and her cat was right up under the arm she uses to move her mouse, and kept bumping her hand while she was trying to play.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Captain? You?
Sorry, my dog just started making some weird noise.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Off of whose end?
That was my dog.
Okay, I'm about to be like, that
Yeah.
sounded kind of like a dog mixed with a bird from the distance.
Well, that was our 13-year-old terrier.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
He is until food's involved, and
Yeah.
then he's just like, I'm gonna take your face off.
I think that's just dogs, though. All right, so you all gather in the mess hall.
Yeah. Well, Culture, this is your thing. You can either tell him or I will.
She'll of course look at the group. So my cousin died, and his wife. His children are alive. One made it back to my uncle, but they took the little girl. they want me, because I am the closest to where they died, to find her. One of my other cousins is on his way, but it will be a while before he gets here.
So, what's going on?
We're looking for my little cousin.
Ah,
She was kidnapped after her parents were killed.
And we're finding her how?
She has a
Packs of
tracker.
milk. Oh, and why haven't they? Has the tracker moved?
I wasn't told that I'm the only person closest enough, and the tractor will activate once we get onto the planet.
Yeah, it's a relatively short. The way he would have explained it is that it's relatively short distance.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's not the tracking fobs or Mandalorian where they just hand them to you and you track people across the galaxy with it.
Is it embedded in skin or onto like tiny Mando armor?
It was in her clothing.
Okay, clothing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking before I even said anything. It's on her clothing.
Okay, so we could just find her clothes. Good. Do you know what she looks like? Without. Or does she not have?
She's young enough. She definitely would not have any kind of armor.
Yeah, they don't give
have
Mando armor to little.
I'm
They
not.
don't have a big.
No, I'm saying that as the player, not the character.
Yeah, no. I was like, I don't know a damn thing about what your culture does.
They don't have.
Or families that go out on a limb for each
smelter.
other.
Yeah. Baby's first smelter. They just throw the ingot in, and then it makes like a helmet.
Now I'm picturing something like an easy bake oven.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You know, the ingots are really just plastic, but you know.
Baby's first best car.
Yep.
Wow.
But when he sent their coordinates, he would have sent you an image of the child.
I've got the child.
Kelser would show them the imaging
I'm glad
of
two of you got that.
her cousin. Be like, oh, this is who we're looking for.
And it's a dark, very dark-haired little girl.
What's her name?
Zay is her name.
Still having an out-of-body experience, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think all of us are.
Yeah.
My sibling in Christ, you named your family.
I think you're muted, Duva.
Unfortunately, it was. I think we're all having a crisis of, but how's she missing? We're staring right at her.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't
Just gonna
connect
keep
that
going.
until right now because I used a name generator. It's like, oh yeah, that'll work. Oh no, actually, I take that one back. That one's not from the name generator. That's like somebody at church's nickname for their grandkid.
Okay, well now we know that part.
I think his actual name is Isaiah or something.
Okay, I can buy that. You know, Isaiah.
Sure.
Something of a shorthand. I can buy that.
For the people playing at home, that's like my screen name for 5 different things. So it's like,
All of us are having an experience.
Yeah, all of us are just sitting here like, wait, Zaya's gone missing? That's impressive. She's got a damn good hologram just sitting here.
Mhm.
Go Daddy Sully.
It's a good
Go
pick for
Daddy,
next session.
please.
Anyway, say, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know this child, or is this already from when you were?
How old is Zay?
Zay looks like she's about 5 years old. Your uncle mentioned that they'd been raising her for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Which is not as far back as the last time you saw the cousin. He mentioned Chas. You'd have seen Chas or Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Chas. He'd be several years older now.
No. I wouldn't. I haven't met her yet. Not from the last time I went to go see my family.
So if you just pull up in Mando armor and just be like,
Hi, I'm part of your family.
is that gonna, do anything?
My cousin would have told her about the family. So, especially the ones not there.
Favorably?
Favorably.
Okay. Just, we're already searching a needle in a haystack. Well, nothing wrong with trying to beat up some kidnappers. I'm on the job. I'm always happy to help.
I mean, it won't be beating them up. So hopefully, you're okay with that.
Self-defense.
I wouldn't call it that either.
Preemptive self-defense.
No, it is.
The captain's stopping it, but they would shoot at me if they knew I was here, so it's just preemptive self-defense. All right, but right now y'all are still on
the best
world
preventative
stash.
measure is removing the threat.
Yes. So y'all still on the planet y'all stashed the ship on. The ship is still under its false name. I forget what that name was, but
I do too.
1 second, I wrote it down. Bright Lakota.
Haha.
So it's up to y'all if y'all switch the name back or not.
Maybe after we leave. at the very
Yeah.
least.
Oh, yeah.
Just have them look for the Bright Lakota. So, as I understand it, they're supposed to come. They're coming here, right? Like your relative.
They're going to the planet
Ah.
that we will be heading to.
Except they're going to take a week longer than we will.
Oh well. Easy enough then. Let's go then. I suppose.
As long as your clan will be that disruptor.
Wait, I couldn't hear you. Wait, what?
Weapons.
Yes.
My uncle said he will pay you back for what you use if you want a weapon. And it's within how much you spent. See what we can do.
Just, I don't know, spend like a butt ton of credits randomly.
It's not randomly. You want something very specific.
How did this food stop cost 30,000 credits?
I want a disruptor rifle. So yeah, I think the play is.
All right, so y'all
Yep.
take off. Y'all head for the Hadrian Way. Like I said, this is a decently industrialized planet. Just a little bit off the way.
While they're on the way there, I'll just... Can she look at the planet news before she gets there, or is it something that can only be checked once on planet?
No, that you could check. You could bring up the HoloNet and see what it had on that world. And
Okay, she'd see if there was anything about any recent murders involving Mandalorians, because she figures that would be a little out of the norm.
Just a smidge.
Or any altercations that involved Mandalorians in the last week or two.
Okay, give me a. I guess a search.
Computers?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which will be the most appropriate.
It's less of like a visual search and more of like computer research, and
Oh, Duba.
Stop dying.
he's dead. He's gone.
It happens.
Yeah, I guess you can go ahead and use your. Well, that's computer programming. There's not really a computer use one, is there?
Mm-mm.
Not really. We could just do flat technical, maybe.
Yeah, technology or search, whichever one you want to use will be fine. And the better you roll, the more pertinent information you'll find.
Search has a +2, so we'll just go with that. Not great.
No, it is not great.
She added one too many letters, and Google didn't autocorrect it right. So now she's ended up on a
Jesus.
recipe site.
I learned this when I saw the council fall. Brought a tear to my eye. And
It's
inspiration in my heart.
5 paragraphs about someone's mentor. And then here's a recipe for boiling rice.
All right. So what you find on the HoloNet about this place is basically that it exists.
Good to know. Good to know.
You see some of their imports and exports. A couple of big a couple of the big news stories on the planet. But nothing. You don't find anything in specifically. I mean, on like crime, unless it's like organized crime or something kind of big.
Slaps the computer. I think it's busted anyways.
So really, you just kind of get the big headlines from the major paper or whatever their equivalent would be. Well, within a few days, you're there. Well, probably 8 days because the Hadrian Way is a pretty well-trod path, so travel time is cut down on it. But anyway, you get into orbit. Did you switch the ship's name back as you were traveling?
Unless someone tells her to, I wouldn't. I mean, granted, it would show them being across the sector when what's his name was turned into mulch.
Mm-hmm.
Escargot, lots of escargot.
How'd they clean up the back of the ambulance? Just a lot of salt.
High pressure hoses.
A pressure washer.
They have a system. It's a mob planet. This sort of thing happens.
If you've said anything about changing the name back, you're possibly muted.
He'd say change the name back because that would put us away from Nar Shaddaa when it happened.
And she will have changed the name back once they got, out of orbit and all that. Probably once they entered the Hadrian Way.
Okay. So you arrive in orbit. Traffic control gets a hold of you. Cruise Rubicon. What's your business here? What are you carrying? They send you a list of what's considered contraband on this planet.
Does BL consider contraband?
Are all of the weapons that Beale has considered contraband?
Let's see. He's got a repeating blaster now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He could not walk around on the street with that.
Okay.
If they found out you had one on your ship, they're not going to come in and arrest you and confiscate it as long as you leave it on your ship. It's more restricted than banned.
Sure. Is there anything pertinent that's there?
Any of Io's toys banned?
Oh yeah, probably most of them.
Cool.
Most of
Good to
them.
know.
The specific ones that you bought a couple of sessions back for sure.
Luckily, those can fit in a pocket.
I think Ozin's just like if they send a list, just trying to see are lightsabers banned? No, cool.
They are not specifically banned, no.
Still not suggested though.
No, of course not. Still very hidden, but they won't arrest me for wielding it.
No. Intentions are still high. Between the Imperial Remnant and what is that? Anybody else hear something weird?
The remnants? Or what?
I thought I heard something.
Nothing on my end.
Okay, maybe it was something outside the house. Maybe the neighbors are doing something.
It's the Force Ghosts.
It could be. In Star Wars games I've been involved in, we have killed the crews of entire Superstar Destroyers, fitting the atmosphere.
They're coming back to you.
Anyway, so yeah, tensions while y'all were gone, tensions have continued to rise between the corporate sector and the Imperial Remnant. There's rumors that the CorpSec is considering trying to track down any Jedi, maybe as a sort of appeasement to the Remnant.
Cowards.
But it's just rumor. There's been no official statement.
Yep. Oh, is that what she said?
And the talking heads, some of the talking heads are like, if there's a Jedi, basically screw them. While others are going, yeah, appeasement's not going to work.
Gonna want more and more and more.
Well, the real goal of appeasement is to delay while you prepare for the inevitable fight.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work out too well when, the side you're pulling that on is better at preparing than you. But assuming you don't tell them, oh yeah, we got a ton of contraband on here. And most of the list is the expected stuff, spice and a lot of other illegal narcotics,
No drugs here, sir.
A lot of military grade hardware, truthfully, is either restricted or banned. Now, as far as what your business is, what do you tell them?
Just making a stop for now.
Resupply.
Okay. And he has, they ask for a manifest or whatever.
Actually, question.
Mm-hmm.
Would I've had enough time to look for any trade goods that this planet might sell? said it's fairly well built up.
Yeah, it's fairly industrialized. Oh yeah, because one of the things IO did find was like what their major imports and exports are.
Mhm.
Most
Yeah.
of the export finished goods. They import a fair amount of raw materials.
Yeah.
You know, the planet is rich in metals, but not, you know, not a whole lot of forests or anything like that to work with.
Mhm.
A lot of sand, though. They export a lot of glass work.
Okay, so would I have been able to find some place to sell at a decent price?
What do you
Figure
sell?
while we're here. Well, whatever their exports are, to find another planet to sell to. Let's say, like, the reason why they're there is to pick up some of their export goods to sell.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can look around, you know, other places you've been and kind of what they were into, and you know,
Mhm.
hash out what you think you could probably sell it for a decent profit.
Okay. In which case, that's what he'll say when they ask what their business here was. Is say he's here looking for some trade goods to sell and resupply.
Well, they welcome you to their planet then. They, you know, assign you a doctor. I mean, you can kind of pick what city you want to go to, but you know, the one you want to go to, which is one of the larger ones on the planet, so nothing weird about you landing there.
Yeah.
You're directed to a dock. One of their people, you know, meets you as you get off and goes over some of the same stuff you'd already talked about. You know, they give you like a little welcome pamphlet or data pad. They kind of go, you know, it's kind of the basics of here's the law on this planet.
Right.
It's not too different from most of the corporate sector, though.
Yeah, and he'll say we might be here for a little bit. We've been in space for a while. Nice to get some ground under our feet.
Oh yeah. You know, there's plenty of recreational activities to get into, and the guy kind of goes into a salesman spiel on, you know, the clubs in this part of town.
Which is basically what Aira was going for.
Yeah.
Is to sort of give that whole thing of, yeah, we're here basically as merchants / tourists to spend some money.
Yeah.
What can I get for 500 credits? Nothing. Get the fuck out.
So yeah, you can ask about restaurant. You know, if you're just engaging in that kind of small talk, this guy can clearly talk all day about it. It sounds very rehearsed too. But
yeah,
but yeah,
that's absolutely what he's doing.
You're here to buy things and spend money, you know, as well. So yeah.
Yep.
You know, the planet's population isn't huge. So the city, you know, the buildings aren't super tall here. The city's more spread out, you know, than built up. Think more LA than New York.
Oh, jeez.
Not as big as LA, but you know, where LA spreads.
Yeah.
But as soon as you got into orbit, if you were checking for that signal, you pick up the signal from the tracker.
Okay.
You know, the coordinates it gives, if you overlay it with a map of the city, it is perhaps not the best part of the city. I mean, you know, not that most cities label their maps. This is the slums. But you're like, there's a lot of the kind of factories and, you know, whatever the Star Wars equivalent is to a paper mill is, you know, it's over this side of town. So
Yeah.
You notice a fair amount of local police wandering around. Though you're in the nicer part of town, so you know. But they seem to be keeping an eye on the docks. You know, maybe it was rowdy sailors or something. So how are y'all going to proceed?
Well, there's somebody here that has the thing that tracks stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, specifically, she was given the frequency, so any of y'all could potentially
Track.
pull out trackers and track this.
Okay.
Split the party up across the city. Nothing bad will happen.
That's ominous.
Hmm.
Pelcher would be like, all right, so this is apparently where the tracker's saying that her tracker is at.
Okay.
And it's about 5 miles away on the other side of the city.
So we need to do some recon at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a follow from an anxiety lasagna.
Oh, hi Haley.
About 10 minutes ago, because I'm terrible at keeping up with the little feeds and stuff.
It's alright.
So
Let's say that's a name.
Yes, it is.
That is a name and a mood.
Yeah.
so, sorry about the delay in me acknowledging you, but we're glad you're here. And clearly it's somebody Jeremy knows.
Eight.
Alright, so y'all gonna walk it? Or y'all gonna hire a cab? What are y'all doing?
I think Ozen's gonna just walk around town like she normally does. And if they need her to calm her, just catch the sights.
We were able
She shouldn't
to
get herself in trouble.
bring that vehicle with us, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all did bring that little speeder.
They have their own speeder.
That's right, you don't have to
Yep.
hire a cab.
We're our own cab.
We are our own cab. Ha ha ha.
For better or worse.
Yeah. See, so it's 5 miles out.
Mm-hmm. You know, as the crow flies, it'll take a little longer driving around.
Okay. Yeah, we could drive that way. The speeder isn't a nice speeder; it's a fairly rough speeder.
It's a bit. It looks like a bit of a clunker.
Yeah.
Got a
Yeah.
hoopty on the transport ship.
It seems to be running decent, but you know, y'all
That's
haven't
what
really
I
had
It's
hear.
time.
from point A to point B.
Y'all really
But I'm
haven't
hearing
gone
you
over
guys-
it.
blend in well.
And then you guys get you guys all get on it and drive, and Ozen's walking fast as you're driving.
And I'm just
Do you
imagining
want
my
one of
old-
us to walk with you, or you okay?
Can if you want.
I should probably at least go and pay. I'll walk with. Yeah,
Okay.
hops out of the car.
The door falls off with you.
It's not quite that bad.
Okay.
Y'all actually, come to think of it, y'all didn't actually do any damage to it in that fight. I don't
Nope.
think.
Nope.
You're not.
Just
It was
beat up the
intentional.
people trying to get into it.
So, all right, obviously, you guys in the car get there first. So, Captain Keltzer and Doc, you arrive in the neighborhood that the tracker is indicating.
Okay.
At least Ozen, and she'll talk to Io about it on the walkover. Is gonna be like, so we're trying to get in quietly because they're gonna be very loud.
Yeah. Two people that very much like their guns.
And the bot,
Well, I don't think
Droid.
we brought BL.
No. But even if we did, I was talking about Doc.
Mm.
A lot of clanking joints.
Well, I mean, still, the guns are going to be louder, but I see where you're coming from, I guess.
So, you know, like you suspected, for you in the car, for you in the speeder, you're not in the nicest part of town. Your speeder fits in pretty well here.
Yeah.
Not everybody in this area would have a speeder, but the ones that do, you know, looks about the same. You probably got a few looks coming, you know, driving that speeder out of y'all's nice ship. Probably got you a couple of looks at the hangar. Oh, they must have spent all their money on the ship.
You got no idea.
But yeah, there's lots of tenement buildings around. There's a few small, you know, stores. Nothing fancy, obviously. Lots of empty storefronts. A few of the buildings actually look abandoned. You pull up in front of the building that you're sitting there with the tracker. Okay, it's got to be that building.
Is there anybody outside the building just chillaxing?
There's somebody sitting on the porch,
Mhm.
smoking death sticks. And you know, there are people walking around the neighborhood doing things or going places. You know, there's other speeders on the road. The road is broad enough that you can just kind of park by the curb.
He'll park a few buildings down.
Okay. And how obviously armed is the captain?
He's not.
Okay.
Well, correction. He has a pistol on his hip. That's it.
Big
Something you could potentially conceal under a coat if you wanted to. But you're not walking around with a sniper rifle strapped to your back.
No. He does have it with him, just disassembled.
What I also want to say, Ozen's not tracking the frequency. Ozen is tracking the captain.
Just follow the dark side point.
It's cold over there. So okay, so you park a block or so away. Does just you get out of the car, or does everybody get out?
No, he's gonna stay in the car for now.
Okay.
Kelster's gonna get out the car.
Some of the people on the street giving you a little bit of a look and giving you plenty of space.
Is she rocking it out in full armor right now?
Yep.
Okay.
It is Mandalorian business.
How many of y'all have seen the pilot episode for the Venture Brothers?
Yep.
When it came out, yeah, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
When Brock
I remember it.
when Brock has tracked down the boys, watches. And, you just got these two hooligans that have taken him from him sitting in their apartment, and Brock just kicks the door open and, proceeds to do terrible things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Keltzer as Brock at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just straight into the apartment building, kick a door in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go marching towards that building. The guy out front smoking, just kind of looking at you as you approach. As you walk past the alleyway, that separates it from the building next to it, you realize the tracker is actually directing you down that alleyway.
Mm-hmm. Now she'll walk down it.
And it's littered with garbage, and there's dumpsters, and you hear somebody coughing.
Okay. Is it she'll look to see who's coughing.
Whoever it is, they're kind of behind one of the dumpsters.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like an adult.
Okay. So she'll look behind the dumpster.
All right. As you're walking into the alley, garbage is crunching under your foot. You hear a voice on the other side of the dumpster. Shh, somebody's coming. Sounds like a little kid. And you hear you hear trash rustling around.
Okay.
When you look around the edge of the dumpster, you just see a pile of trash. And then that pile of trash coughs.
Oh, trash.
It's a dainty little cough. And then you hear shh.
She'll look at the trash pile and be like, I'm not gonna hurt you.
There's no response.
And is the tracker going off exactly where I'm standing talking
Yes,
to
yes.
this little trash pile?
Yep. And as you stand there, after you say that and you stand there for a minute, the trash pile erupts and you hear a kid yell, "Run!" And a little boy goes running down one way. A little girl jumps up behind him and starts screaming for me to wait for her.
And she'll grab the little girl.
She starts kicking and screaming.
Don't kick, you'll hurt yourself.
She tries to turn around and bite you, but gives that up as soon as she, sees
Respect.
the glove. She's dirty. She's got kind of what they would call around here dirty dishwater blonde hair. Maybe a little bit darker just from grime. Her clothes are not in good shape, except for the little jacket she's wearing. It's dirty, but in noticeably better shape than anything else she's wearing.
Mhm.
The little boy gets to the end of the alleyway and then turns around and sees that you got her, and he seems a little torn on what he's going to do. You know, he stops running away, but he doesn't come back any closer to you.
Listen, I just need you to calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm picturing gruff Mando voices coming out of helmets. I don't know, it's like Death himself was telling me he wasn't going to hurt me.
Be not afraid. Biblically
accurate angel. I specifically said, "Be not afraid."
No. The one of those I like is the one where you see it's humanoid, light coming off of its back. The human in front of it's looking freaked out. You know, and he's asking, "Oh, you know, why are you worried?" And he mentions, why am I seeing you as a person? Oh, yes, because you're a person. You know, if I've appeared before a cat, you'd see me as a cat, and then you look like a cat. You know, just do it not to freak you out. What about your friend over there? And you look over, and it's the whole ring full of eyes. And that one's like, the eyes are scrunched up, and they're just laughing. Oh, the look on their dumb human faces. Classic. Oh, yeah, he's just kind of a jerk.
Have the girls popped up yet? At this point?
Well, no, you're walking and they drove.
I know. I'm just asking.
No, you'll be a little while getting there. I mean, granted,
Also,
you can cut through alleyways and maybe not have to drive around in mud, but still.
I'm hoping that cuts it a little bit.
It'll cut it a little bit, but not just a whole lot.
Yeah. You're good.
So the little girl thrashes around a little bit, and once she realizes, I'm not going to be able to hurt you or get away. She just kind of stopped. What do you want?
Where did you find this jacket?
I don't know. My brother found it.
And the little boy in the alleyway is your brother?
Yeah, and she pointed down at him where he's standing at the end of the alleyway.
She'll carry the little girl and walk to the little boy.
He kind of freezes, and if you get too close to him, he backs up a little bit, but he doesn't bolt because you still got his sister.
Where did you find the jacket?
It was in a dumpster. You can you can find decent stuff in there sometimes. Sometimes it's something you can pawn or or that we need. It's nice right now, but it gets cold in the winter.
Alright. She'll put the little girl down. Okay. Thank you. She'll hand them a couple of credits. Go get something to eat.
Oh, thank you. As he starts to walk away, the boy's like, "Do you want to know which dumpster I found it in?"
That would be helpful.
And he rattles off, another street that when you look it up, it's still in this neighborhood, but it's a few blocks away.
Okay.
Ozan and Io just passed by. You're like, no, we're going back that way. Fuck.
We have comms. You can tell us these things.
Question. And you didn't see the little girl when you found the jacket, right?
No. The boy's like, no. I mean, you find bodies in the dumpsters around here sometimes, but But no, there wasn't that time.
Damn, that's intense, kid.
At that point, his sister's tugging us off. Let's go eat. And they go running off with their credits.
She'll walk back out the alley towards the speeder.
Captain, you see her come back. Come back from around that building. Alone.
No luck.
Alright, so they found the jacket a couple of streets down in the dumpster.
Oh, calm O's in it. It's like, well, jacket is not on the kid. Found the jacket a couple streets down. And did you get the coordinates?
Mhm.
And he'll give them the coordinates.
You can't see it, but this is my shocked face.
Are we closer or further from it than they are?
By this point, y'all are actually closer.
We're right here, so we'll take a look.
Have a good time. Don't kill anybody. You don't have to. And if you do have to kill somebody, just claim self-defense and walk away.
That's the Jedi way.
Is it really the Jedi way?
Also, you really shouldn't be saying that over open comms. He'll close channel.
Io, like, after the channel goes, oh, he assumes these are open comms. I had these things secured for months.
She pats Io on the shoulder. That's why I feel so comfortable being who I am.
Still wouldn't say it like in this kind of area of town.
But I'm just going to point out, y'all are not alone on the streets.
Didn't say it that loud.
Wasn't yelling at the top of lungs like,
I'm a
"It's the
Jedi!"
way! Hi guys! Want to see my lightsaber?
But yeah, as we're getting towards it, following the coordinates, Ozan will say to Io, now we're going to try to be quiet this time because they found the kids. Who knows what we're going to find in here?
More kids, tweakers, or possibly very large womp rats.
Or kidnappers. We'll find out.
Womp rats of unusual size.
I don't believe they exist, though, so.
So yeah, we are. I am at least making a hide check for. I progress.
I
before
will
we
follow.
actually get there.
She will attempt to sneak.
All right.
I got 11 on my sneak.
14.
Okay.
Just in case.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Let's see if anybody important spots you. I mean, clearly you're not hiding from everybody on the street.
Sure.
But as you approach the building, you're trying to make sure. I'm assuming you're trying to make sure that nobody from the building would be able to see you,
Yes.
or at least that you wouldn't stand out in any way.
Yeah. Hiding in plain sight is also hiding.
Okay. All right. Nobody accosts you as you approach the building. Or I guess specifically the alleyway by the building, since the kid said he got it at the dumpster.
Yep. And then we'll try the dumpster.
Okay.
Like pulling herself up on tiptoes.
It doesn't smell great.
It's a dumpster.
It's a very interesting
It's a
smell you
dumpster.
discovered.
What I expected.
It's not very full. I mean, it's it's.
Is there any-
If you jumped in there, it'd be ankle deep or so.
Sure.
Nice.
Ozen might hear in a sec. We'll see. Is there anything else that that is like a new addition, maybe?
Nothing humanoid shapes.
No, it's the garbage is deep enough to conceal a body or anything like that.
Yeah. Not yet.
It's boxes. It's like food refuse. Whatever passes for rodents on this planet, you probably see at least one of them in there.
Swamp rat.
And just kind of miscellaneous other garbage.
No coats or anything like that. Like,
Not sitting on the surface at least.
okay.
You could always jump in there and dig.
Oh. Are we going digging?
I am at least. If you wanna do lookout, that way you can,
We're
conserve
dumpster
this.
diving. They'll find us at some point. I'm sure she'll try to hoist herself in as well.
Okay.
Ozen will
Just
boost
Over the
her in.
comms, like, so when you come down the alley, don't be alarmed, but we're in the dumpster.
Ozen is very much
There's a
dumpster diving.
joke in there somewhere.
Oh yes. This crew has for a long time been in the dumpster. It's also on fire, but we're just actually in the dumpster.
A Jedi and a Twi'lek walk into a bar.
And then into a dumpster.
They wake up the next morning in a dumpster.
You should look where you're walking then.
Close the comms.
Ozen gets in. Smell is bad. She's going to activate calm to be like,
Don't throw up.
don't throw up. Calm passes.
Blech.
Because I have 4 dice and I need a 5, so unless they all roll 1s, I'm pretty good. I'm good. Which is possible, but
All right. Give me a search roll.
not likely. Alright.
I'm just gonna roll that same number all night for search, apparently.
Alright. I rolled. $26 on search.
Jesus.
Oh, he has a table.
Somebody
Whoever's
else.
trying to hide from us rolled a 7.
No. I was trying. I was checking something. Somebody roll a dice because it didn't make a noise when I did it. It doesn't matter for what.
It made a noise for me.
That's weird because every time Sarah rolls, he was making a noise.
It might have been because I was hitting the actual roll things. Here.
Do that one more time because I couldn't tell if it was coming through my speaker or if it was.
Can I use that search instead?
And now it's not doing it, so I don't know what was going on.
If you're on Roll20, it won't make the noise unless you're on a different tab.
Oh, okay. Hit one more then. So this is fascinating for the people. Ah, there we go. I had my speakers on.
So many good rolls.
For some reason, it was putting the noise from that through my speaker instead of through my headset.
Weird.
Nah.
All right.
While digging through garbage, this is some weird, like, crew bonding bullshit.
Yep.
All right. So your actual original search was the 9.
9, yeah.
You did much better after that.
I know.
I rolled a 26 on my search.
Okay. You don't find any more clothes. As low as this is, you suspect that it might have been
Recently
recently.
dumped.
within the last day or two.
Mhm.
Because remember, the kidnapping and murder was like 3 days. Well, the message you got about it was 3 days before y'all got to the ship.
Whilst digging through the garbage, I wonder if any of the other armor has like trackers in it.
That's a good question.
I do my best work while ankle deep in garbage.
You and me both.
About that time, you hear a voice outside of the dumpster. Incoming!
Anything.
Ugh.
And a bag of garbage goes. Boop.
Eh.
And then you see a guy peek over.
Help you?
Y'all are dressed kind of nice for dumpster diving, aren't you? I mean, none of my business, but
Looking for clues on a little girl that went missing.
oh no. Afraid that sort of thing. People going missing happens in this part of town pretty regular, though.
Any particular reason why? Organ trade, slave trade.
A little of this, a little of that. Security don't come out this way much.
This is going to
the
be
plant
using
over
sense truth
over
as
yonder,
he speaks.
shut down. And he kind of goes into the typical, why this place is so bad.
Ooh. This is
Yeah, I
using sense
mean-
truth as he speaks.
Okay.
I mean, I heard that someone fought some Mandos and took out Mandos, so I imagine it's not a great part of town.
I wouldn't know nothing about that. And what does that ability do?
It just is if the person believes they are speaking the truth.
Okay.
It is not all knowing.
Yeah. And they don't roll a resistance or anything. That's just you got to make the roll to trigger the power.
And it's modified by relationship. So let me check the chart. Is it? Oh, it's not in here. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Met once is a plus 12. 6, 12, 13, 14. At the no.
All right, so you did not get it.
I didn't get it. I don't think.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm still eyeing him.
Pulls out, probably has like some kind of little like portable thing that'll show the picture of Zay. Like, seen anyone like this? Little girl, 4 or 5 years old.
He looks at it. Nope, can't say that I have. Was Sense Truth in the basic book?
I believe it is.
Ah, well. About this time, the rest of you are arriving. So, we all glance down the hall, glance down the alleyway. You see you see the top of Keltzer and Io's head. This guy kind of leaning against the dumpster. On the outside dumpster, they're talking back and forth. And you see where Io is held up, they got a hologram held up.
I was probably like barely visible above the top of the dumpster because she's like 5'4".
Yeah,
Big
you probably just
friend.
see her hand holding the hologram up.
Ozen's 5'10" though, so they definitely see Ozen. Ozen will actually just like flump the thing over and then hop out. And then help Io get out.
Scrambles over like a toddler trying to escape a playpen.
The guy backs up to give y'all space, and he doesn't want to touch you because you've been in garbage.
Yeah, mood.
Well, good luck. Good luck finding her.
Yeah. I mean, you can totally just walk away at this point, but anywhere around here that we'd go to find people that might know more? A bar, something? Lady down there in the fancy armor's very interested in finding her.
And he looks down and sees the car.
Yeah, so, you know.
We don't get Mandos in this part of the. Well, shoot, I don't know.
So
I
somebody-
don't want to get them in this part of the sector very often.
So you know somebody messed up.
Somebody must have messed up big.
So if you can give us something, we'd appreciate it.
Get off the planet and not cause anyone else any trouble.
There's Eskip's bar.
Okay.
And he tells you where it's at. He goes, a lot of your rough kind of customers hang around there. People involved in the shadier trade, shall we say. I mean, I don't know anybody specific.
But it has a rumor.
But yeah, if you were looking for somebody that might know something, that's the kind of place you'd want to check out. Well, like I said, good luck. And he kind of skirts by the rest of the guys, makes sure to give them their space if they're coming down the alley.
I'm watching his body language as he leaves. See if he's not gonna like turn a corner real quick. Oh shit!
Well, he's definitely nervous when you pointed out the Mando. He turns around and there's
Sure.
a heavily armed Mando and like a car parked at the end. Because suddenly he's sandwiched between two people he don't know. But his body language is nervousness and definitely wanting to GTFO.
I'll stalk him for a little bit. Just
hide in his bushes, take pictures of him when he's not looking.
not that kind of stalk.
Look at his Facebook posts from 10 years ago.
That I'll do.
Just don't like anything.
Yep. That's the weird one. Alright,
give me a hide sneak.
Yep.
If he notices
That
you.
was balls. Wait, I still have calm active. Woo! For one more round. 16 total.
Okay. He is definitely kind of, glancing over his shoulder and stuff. And, he gets out of the alleyway, walks down the road, into the block, turns the block. As soon as you get where you can see him again, he's got his comm out.
He's got a comm.
Do we have comm blockers? Or did only BL have that?
That was built into BL.
Well, hell.
You're a little far away to hear what he's saying.
How
or
far
to-
away
to make
am
it out
I
easily.
actually?
I'm gonna
I don't know,
hustle.
there's at least you're hiding around the corner of one building as he was walking down. So it is not like freakishly far, but he's talking and he's talking relatively loud. He's talking like he would into a phone, not really loud.
Would enhanced senses work?
I have a better idea. Well, enhanced senses might work. I have maybe a better idea.
Alright, what's your idea?
I'm going to attempt to read his mind. Surely what you have on your mind is what you're saying on a comm.
That is reasonable. Go for it.
All right.
What's the roll?
There's
What roll?
pictures that go with it.
So he can make a perception roll to, and that'll be the difficulty.
All right.
And does he see me like? This is a difference between like. Did he make me out? Is what I'm asking.
You don't think so?
There's a difference between feeling like you're being watched and actually knowing you're being watched.
Right. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
You get the impression that he was looking around to see if anybody was following him.
Sure. All right. I rolled a.
Oh, sweet lord.
I made the difficulty for a non-resisting target, but
He got a 18 on his roll.
yeah, he beat
On
me.
his on the. You said it was perception. A perception roll.
Yeah, it's a perception roll.
Does that let him know you were poking around in his, trying to poke around in his head, or just doesn't let
I
you?
don't think so. It just
Okay.
doesn't let me in. Just fine. Well, that would have been an idea. Then that would be where like I try to make like an active enhanced sense of. Is he still walking down or did he stop to talk?
No, he's still walking.
I'm gonna continue to follow him for a little bit. And then I guess I'll do enhanced senses.
Okay.
Enhance. Yeah, sense. That was it. Magnify
Okay.
sense. That's what it was. Hey, I made that one because I don't have to combat somebody on it.
All right, so that one activates.
Yep.
And specifically, what does it do?
Increases the effectiveness of their normal senses to perceive things that otherwise would be impossible without artificial aids.
Okay.
They can hear noises beyond their normal hearing due to distance or softness.
Okay, so with
Ignore.
that turned on, you can hear him fine.
Okay.
So let's see, which part of the conversation would you be catching? Yeah, I might not have needed to talk to him. But they don't, they don't have any reason to. I took trash out. They don't have any reason to think it was anything weird.
Just gonna keep this up for a bit to listen in until we actually stopped comms.
So anyway, yeah, I told them to if they want to talk to somebody that might know something, or put their ear to the ground to go to what was it, Iskab's lab, Iskab's bar. So yeah, get the boys there as quick as you can. Well, yeah, I might have done that if it had just been the two of them, but some more of them pulled up while I was talking. It's another Mando. No. Do you know how many of us those other two Mando took out? I knew one of the guys that the younger one shot. Yeah, I'm swinging by my apartment for my vest, and then I'll meet you at the bar. And then he gets off the comms. And if you continue to follow him, yeah, he eventually goes into one of the apartment buildings.
Okay, I'll leave that at that. Expect some fireworks at the bar.
Oh, he was with them, wasn't he?
Yeah. Saw what apartment he went into if you want to like
Figures.
beat him up first. Otherwise, he's just gonna be at the bar.
Might as well
Still.
knock them out in one fell swoop.
Still smelling like trash. I mean, you could always just, sniper him.
Undo an illegal sniper rifle just to catch one guy in broad daylight.
Well, no, I mean, like, the other people that might come in, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you got this information. So what are y'all doing with it?
I'm not going in there. I smell like trash.
It's the kind of bar that might not be unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I imagine I am walking to the bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all are just gonna meet this guy at the bar. Well,
Yeah.
him and whatever guys he brings. Okay.
And I'm like, this is like I would look over at Kelsey like, this is kind of your show.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
the bar. He doesn't know
Yeah.
that we know there's more people that he's called.
BL, go with them.
I thought you'd left him at the ship.
Just walks out of the ship like, I'm
No,
on the
no,
way.
no,
Walks out
He
of the
does.
ship, repeating blaster on one shoulder, hailing a cab.
Taxi.
Are you BL at Kill All Humans? Yep, that's me. But yes, if you summon BL, he will immediately exit. Probably not carrying a restricted weapon.
Nah, I'll have him bring a rifle.
Rifle across his back.
Yeah.
Now, do you just tell him to meet you at the bar, or are y'all going to meet, like, the block over or something?
Probably a few blocks over.
Okay.
I feel like we can get like, because you have a sniper area you can probably find, but the rest of us can just like hide in here and wait for them to show up.
Hide and where?
Inside the bar, no? Just another one of those hide and play sight things.
I mean, the only ones they really saw was Io, Ozen, and Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he would have walked past the car or the speeder getting out of the alleyway.
Gotcha.
So he might not have gotten a good look at Doc or the captain, especially if Doc was sitting in the back seat.
I mean, do we have tinted windows on this speeder?
No.
First upgrade.
It's like the technology. It's like the thing I can put on my face to darken the shadows. We just have that on a
Just
windshield.
need a dim sim for the windows.
Put a hood over the speeder.
Well, is Doc still painted?
I think y'all
I
scrubbed
think we
the paint
cleaned
off.
off Doc, yeah.
Okay.
We got frustrated halfway through, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna telekinesis this.
Sandblaster. It's like exfoliating them.
It's Star Wars. There's probably been some kind of sonic thing. Make it just flake off. But anyway,
How are we handling walking into just known combat? Just for reference.
Well, are we going in before they make it there? Or are we it's to wait for them, or are we gonna wait till they're all there and then kick door in, guns blazing?
if you're waiting
That's
for
kind of
BL to
asking.
get there, if you're waiting on BL, they will probably have set up shop by the time you get there. If you don't wait for BL, it's up in the air because you don't know where the boys are coming from. If they're elsewhere in the neighborhood, they might get there as quickly as you, before you, or a little bit after. You just don't know.
Okay, so kicking door in, guns blazing.
I mean, and possibly just kill anyone that might have information, or
Bills
I could be on straggler duty.
over the comms. Kill half of everyone we see. The other half will be more likely to talk.
I mean, it's your show if you want to do it. However you want to do it.
Break a couple of fingers and a couple of faces. They'll start speaking. And if not, then we'll just take them out one by one.
Or they'll take us out one by one. All right, fair enough.
You're such a pessimist.
I get shot a lot and it hurts.
Well, if you
So
want
do
to stay
I.
with the captain, you can't. So you don't get shot a lot.
Then I have nothing to complain about. Let's go.
All right. Captain, are you going in with him or are you setting up outside?
He is gonna set up outside.
Okay.
Ozen's gonna be. I'd like to Ozen would like to scout the bar first to see if there's like a back entrance.
Sure.
Just
So you loop,
Yeah.
loop around behind there. Yeah, there's a back door. You know, your typical dumpsters, grease trap kind of things out there.
Mando can kick their way in. Ozen's going through the back.
There's also somebody leaning back next to the back door, you know, smoking. He's got like a flask in his hand, and you know, holding a flask with 3 of his fingers and a cigarette or a death stick with the other one, and he's alternating between whether he's drinking or smoking.
Jesus, that's a Chad. It's an absolute Chad. That's like a 50s chain smoker.
One of these two is gonna kill me.
And it's a
I
race.
don't
to
care
see
which
one. Give me a search.
A search?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. What do I have? 5 here? Okay, 6. Alrighty, that's pretty good.
All right. What'd you get?
12. 22.
Okay. You can tell that he's armed, that he's got a holster up under one shoulder. You know, he's got like a short jacket over it, but the jacket was not specifically tailored to help hide that sort of thing.
I get the sense that this might be one of the boys.
Possibly, or security for the bar.
Yep.
But he's also glancing around, you know, a fair bit.
Like he expects something.
Yeah, it's like he's on guard.
Okay.
On guard, but posed to try to look casual.
Alright then. Just utilizing her new dexterity sensors, or her implant. Ozen's gonna slip through very quickly, lightsaber. Do not move. Do you understand?
Okay, give me a...
Not making an attack, just
No, yeah, I get that.
holding him up.
Give me a dexterity versus his dexterity. We'll see how
Okay.
we do.
Just straight dexterity? Or do you want this to be a lightsaber?
Let's go with straight dexterity, because it's more about you getting up on him quickly and quietly enough that he doesn't have time to react.
Io just needs to like permanently lend Ozen one of the dim sims if they're gonna keep pulling out the lightsaber.
Yeah, I need this to happen, so I'm gonna trust on the Force. And you might get a 20. Okay, that didn't do much better, but sure. Yeah.
Alright, well, he got
14.
an 11.
I got a 14. Woo.
Alright. So, yeah. You wait till that moment he just happens to glance the farthest away from, you know, the opposite direction of you. And then you take off, and you're just quiet enough that, you know, you don't alarm him. And then when he straightens back up, you know, he sees you out the corner of his eye, and then hears the snap hiss. So he's just dropping the stuff in his hand and starting to reach for the gun when the lightsaber blade stops right under his chin, and he just kind of freezes. All right, let's not. Oh, Poodoo, it's a Jedi. Let's not do anything hasty.
Don't plan on it. But you're out of this fight.
You just startled me. I'm just back here. What fight? There's like
you're full of shit.
There's no sincerity there.
Nope. Yeah, you're full of shit. Drop your weapon. Get out of here.
He pulls the gun out,
Mm-hmm.
drops it, steps away from you. Yep. If you're letting him go, he takes off.
Yep.
So the back alley is now clear.
I can enter. I'll pick up the blaster and just have it in my coat. I'm never going to use it, but, you know.
Give it to Doc.
It's an uncivilized weapon.
Yeah. And then
And it's just,
crack
your run-of-the-mill blaster pistol.
Yep. And deactivate the lightsaber and back in.
Do I see that guy running?
Let's see. I'm assuming that you were setting up. Were you setting up to watch the front door?
He's setting up to get the best angle of attack that he can.
Okay. Well, there's multiple buildings. So you might have caught a glimpse of somebody of Ozen dashing suddenly, and then a minute later, somebody, or a few seconds later, somebody, runs by that one alleyway. You're not getting a thing, and then whoever it is steps out onto the street.
Mm-hmm.
A few buildings down, and from where you're standing, he's pulling a comm unit out.
I'm gonna put a round on his head.
Is it a round if you're firing a blaster?
A very thin laser pointer through his head.
Of death.
But
This is why Ozen doesn't get her hands dirty. She has someone who's in the dark side to do that for her.
Does that make her partially
No.
dark side for?
Does it make her complicit? All she said was, "You drop the weapon and you can go."
I don't get the
The guy on
impression.
the roof might not share the same feelings though.
Yes, Eric, what'd you roll?
Still adding.
41.
Okay.
Like a Gallagher
So that's long
Moment.
range, so you needed a 20.
Mm-hmm.
doubled it.
He was unaware that he was about to, become one with the Force, so he isn't dodging or anything in particular.
He was just calling his mom too to be like, "Hey mom, I can make it over for brunch. We can talk about
Mom."
everything and catch up."
Hey, Mom, you're right. I got to give up this life of crime.
I want to live, Mom. I want to live.
Well,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and get my kids back, and I'm gonna get my life back on track and everything.
I'll say from his point of view, it's a dude that Ozen ran to the alley. This guy's running out. Appeared on the street later and pulled out a comm.
Mhm.
So from his point of view, this is someone who could potentially tip off the guys we're after.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to remove the chance.
Yeah, we
And that
just
is
have
absolutely
to
what
give you
this guy
shit
was
about
doing.
this.
Yeah, no, you're doing the right thing. I am playing Ozen how she would do.
All right. So give me a damage roll.
No survivors.
Basically.
21 for damage, and remember he has -2 to the die for his strength roll to resist.
Well, that's going to kind of suck for him.
Yeah, yeah.
2.
So he got a 5.
Oh,
I got a 21.
So yeah, he goes down to
Gallagher.
just right away.
bloody mess perk from Fallout.
No, it's a little pencil thin laser beam.
Oh yeah, I guess it would cauterize it right after. Huh? That's fair.
Just randomly drops.
Damnedest thing.
Just had an aneurysm just right there.
And then, do you have a silencer on this thing?
It doesn't fire like a blaster would.
It is not silent by any means, though.
No.
Yeah.
But blasters are not, you know.
It's also on a rooftop, so
Yeah, they're not. Somebody standing on the street would have probably heard something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody inside a building probably would not have.
Yeah.
Yeah, blasters are not as loud as powdered weapons. Gunpowder.
Sure. Okay, just making sure. Because
And
yeah,
there's a couple of random people on the street that they hear the little pew and they kind of look around and they see this guy just crumple, and then they decide they don't want to be on the street anymore.
it's a good call.
They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah, no. As soon as Ozen's done holding the guy up, puts the blaster in her robe and then goes inside. So like, whatever happens after that happens.
All right. So as you're doing that, where is everybody else? The captain is on a roof across the street, where he's got a decent view of the building.
I was keeping a well-armored person between her and other things. So
Behind the Mando.
somewhere behind Kelser.
Not to get off on another tangent, but playing around with the play test for the new Marvel game. And you have an action in combat you can do called interpose, where you can jump in front of your buddy to take a shot if y'all are like next to each other. You've got another one called skulk, where you can, if you're being targeted, you can jump behind your buddy so they take the shot.
She is skulking behind Kelser right now.
That true.
Which
Alright.
is fine. Kelster probably would tower over. Is probably towering anyway, so hiding behind her would be the best.
All
I mean,
right.
she's got a vest on and everything, but still.
Yeah.
So I'm
Also
going to
like
assume
to,
that Keltzer, Io, and Doc are all they're poised in the alleyway or something where they can beeline for the front door once all the scouting was done, which apparently is happening.
You know it, boss man.
All right, and Captain, where would you have put BL?
He is going to have BL come in when, because it's going to be a win, the firefight starts. But he wants BL to do like a flanking.
So,
So,
head around to the back of the building, or
Yeah, if there's a if there's a large stack of boxes or something, sort of like maneuver the boxes around so he's behind them, so he's not readily visible.
you're talking about once he gets in the bar or out here on the street?
In the bar.
Okay. Basically, you want him to get in there and take cover as soon as he can. Like on the opposite side of the room from y'all or something.
Stay out of sight, so like when the firefight starts, he can pop up and start flanking.
Okay.
He didn't bring the repeater. He just has a rifle.
Lame.
All right then, Ozen, you slip in the back door,
Mhm.
and you're in like a little storage area. You can, there's like some kegs, and just kind of miscellaneous stuff you need for running a bar.
There's a door leading out to like the bar proper, right?
You kind of glance. You step up to it. You kind of glance at the little window. It opens up into like a small kitchen area.
Mhm.
That doesn't look too terribly clean, to be honest.
I'm not going in just yet. I'm just like scoping it out.
But yeah, it's like it opens up to this little kitchen area, and then there's another set of swinging doors that you can see. That opens up into the bar proper.
Is there anyone between me and those swinging doors?
Directly, no. There are people working in the kitchen though.
Okay. Yeah. Then Liz just like cracks her neck and just, all right. And waits About how far is it from in game terms? How far is it from me to the double doors?
Oh, we'll say like 15. We'll say no, not 15 feet because we're in meters. About 3 meters.
3 meters? Okay.
Oh no, 1 to 3. That'd be 9 feet, wouldn't it?
Maybe like 4 meters.
Yeah, we'll say 4
Split the
meters.
difference. Okay. But I can walk that like in a turn, and if there's happens to be someone nearby, I can get them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then that's where she's hiding out for now, and she has locked the door behind her.
Okay. Now, do you let anybody else know what's happened over the comms?
I was gonna say, yeah. Ozin will say, there's a guy in the back, but I'm in position now.
Was a guy in the back.
Nevertheless, I'm in position. No, Ozin said was.
Yeah. And the captain confirmed there was.
All right, well, I'm in position when you all are ready.
Still a guy in the back, just more holes.
Yeah, he's on like a 4-way intersection somewhere, laying there.
All right. So are our 3 point men going in?
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
cannot stress this enough. Ha.
Alrighty. Be fresh in my drink since y'all are going into a bar.
That's fair. That's fair.
World's best gun pa. I need to get one made with Ozin, but I haven't been able to get an art of her done yet.
You walk in, the bar goes kind of quiet.
Cantina music stops.
No, the music playing in the background keeps going because they've got more of a jukebox sort of thing. They can't afford live music. But yeah, it goes kind of quiet. Everybody sets their drinks down. Bartender behind the bar is like, "Can I help you?" And he's laser focused on Keltzer.
Got some questions I need to ask.
All right. As long as you're not here to start no trouble in my bar, that's fine.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. I'm looking for a little girl.
I imagine
Keltzer
bars
will-
are not the best place to look.
Kelser will pull out the photo. She was kidnapped about a week or so ago.
Okay. I'm assuming you walk up to the bar.
Yeah, she would have walked up to the bar to talk to.
All right. Io and Doc right behind her.
Yep.
So now Keltzer is behind Io compared to everybody else in the bar.
Not that Ozin would know, but how many people are in the bar?
Oh, there's probably about the bartender. There's about 10 patrons. There's at least 2 people working in the kitchen.
Okay. The kitchen people, Ozin definitely clocks, but like as far as anybody else, do I see Ozin go to the bar from here?
You just could see the front door. You know, you're looking through a window in one door. There's a window in another door. You You saw just enough of Ozen coming through the door to know it was Ozen. I mean,
Mando armor.
Yeah.
Sticks out.
It does. It's very distinctive. You hear one of the people in the kitchen. Oh, Poodoo, the Mando's here. Yeah, screw the orders. I'm waiting out back till this is over.
Are they going this way? Towards me?
They're heading right towards you.
Alright, I'm gonna hide.
Alright, give me a hide. What is it, sneak hide?
Actively looking for me, would they?
And you do not have a large area to hide in though.
Sure. I rolled a 12.
Alright, one of them rolled a 3. One of them rolled a 10. So
12.
almost.
I imagine they're like messing with they're messing like trying to get the door unlocked, and I'm just gonna slink in behind them.
Hey, did you lock Lynn out? And then they, unlock it. Are you doing anything to them or just letting them?
Do they have any weapons on them?
No, nothing visible.
Yeah.
They're just wearing their little apron, chef aprons or whatever.
No vest behind the apron.
No.
Okay. Then, no, just let them go.
So yeah, they go out the back
Whatever.
door. As the back door swinging shut, you hear one of them go, "Lynn is supposed to be back here."
Close the door, lock.
And then you hear through the door the other one going, "I'm going home. The guard. It's supposed to be a guard back here. They'll fire you. I can get another job." And he just takes off. Well, you don't see what he does, but
I'll be like, there's 2 people coming. They're fucking line cooks.
Fine.
If they calm, then whatever you have to do. But
He'll keep an eye on them if they run out. Do they calm?
you only see one cook come out to the street,
Mm-hmm.
and he is taking his apron off and just drops it on the ground. And just books.
F this place. I put in my 2 weeks. I'm done.
Here's my 2-second notice. Out.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
they made an important life choice right now.
I feel that.
So with Kelcher, the bartender leans forward and looks at. I haven't seen anybody like her around. I mean, not a lot of people bring their kids in here.
Okay.
Doc, IO, y'all notice a couple of people getting up from the table. One guy in the corner has been sitting with his hands kind of under the table this whole time.
I was keeping her comm open just so Ozen and the captain can hear and BL.
Okay, so we got open comms going on. Yep. Then the comms would probably pick up a bunch of the chairs scooting back.
Then Ozen will start moving forward.
All right.
There's no one in the kitchen anymore, so she'll stay there. So
If Io clocks the guy keeping his hands under the table, she'll just kind of mutter that into the comm, cover it by scratching her face or something, just hands under the table, wherever the guy is.
But when all these people stand up, Kelcher, you hear the chair scoot back, and you see the bartender's eyes get a little wide.
So he's not in on it, at least.
Kelser will sigh and look at the bartender and be like, "Sorry in advance."
As you start talking, he's already diving down under. He is dropping down behind the bar. His hands are coming up over his head.
The captain is going to tell BL to activate his signal jammer.
Affirmative, Captain.
And feel free to engage hostiles.
Which ones are hostile?
All of them.
He starts trucking it across to the bar.
Target-rich environment.
I don't like how he was
Doom
looking at me.
theme.
Hostile.
Doom theme playing in his head.
The only thing they fear is you intensified.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, starting at the bottom and moving up, the local toughs. Are planning to shoot. Did we just lose somebody?
Duba and Sarah swap places on the call.
Wait,
How
what?
did that happen?
Yeah, nobody.
Okay. Like, I was just sitting here and I looked up and it's like reconnecting to Zoom. I'm like, but why though?
Ah, so it was him.
Okay.
Ah.
Just some little glitch then. All right.
Little internet hiccup. It's all right.
Hooray.
I was looking over there. I saw something happen, and I looked over. All right. So anyway, they are going to be shooting at Io, Keltzer, and Doc. Listen, I said there were 10 patrons. 7 of them seem to be hostiles.
Mm-hmm.
Because while 7 of them are standing up, or you got the one guy with the hands in on the table, you see 3 people. You know, one of them just is like looking around, panicked. One guy is like slipping down under the table.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys looks like he's getting, he kind of clocks what's about to happen, and then he looks at the door and starts turning towards the door.
Mm-hmm. So the guy that Io pointed out with his hands under the table, what's he doing?
He will be coming out from under the table with,
Surprise.
He's got a fucking laser shotgun or something.
or maybe it's just an old style slug thrower.
It's a
Even
it's a-
worse.
It's a blunderbuss. Because why not?
Oh, jeez. Well, that is on the thing, so you could do that. Or it's a
Good.
musket.
Something to take back to the ship later.
And I've already described
And add it to the wall.
I've already described that the bartender is just ducking for cover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are
And
So
then
are they-
Let's see, is it Io? Wait, oh no.
Io
Doc.
has a 3D.
it's Doc.
Doc, what's your dice?
In
Your,
terms
dexterity?
of,
Your dexterity.
Dexterity.
it's a 2.
Okay.
2 dice. I'm the slowest.
Well, the baddies went before you, or lower than you, so
Huh. Alright.
On account of a technicality.
ties go to the player.
Oh.
All right.
For a second, he felt really good about that.
Yeah,
I was sitting here
well,
going,
the-
do they have a 1?
So anyway, Doc.
Ugh. Don't mind us, the person playing the character's dying.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
All right. So what are you gonna do, Doc?
Let's see. Probably would. I guess he would make. I'm trying to remember where I am in correlation in the area, because I would probably go close to the exit, but mainly to try to stop someone if they leave that that seems suspicious or might know what's going on.
So you've got the front door. Y'all walked in the front door, and you walk to basically the back of the room where the bar is.
Okay.
So you right this second, your back is to the front door, and you basically got like all the patrons are more or less behind you, between you and the door. I mean, to one side, but more or less between you and the door.
I'd probably make my way closer to the door and kind of hold if I need to try and stop somebody.
Okay, so as hostilities break out, you beeline for the door, ready to stop anybody that you feel should be stopped. Okay.
You got it.
Io.
A little bit of panic, a little bit of shooting.
Okay.
Panicking is a free action.
Yeah, panicking and crying, both free actions.
All right, you gonna take any movement?
Is there anything she could duck behind? A table?
You could dive across the
Hop over
bar.
the bar. Yeah.
I join the bartender. Well, yeah, screw it. Join the bartender.
All right, so you
Just hop
roll
over and
across the
just-
bar
Just Dukes of Hazards that.
because that would be your movement. So you roll across the bar, but where the
Yeah.
bartender is just flat hit the ground, he lay on his side. I'm assuming you hit a crouch so you can fire over the bar.
Yeah. Like, sorry. I swear we just came in here to ask questions.
About that time, BL will come busting in the front door. His
What's
action,
BL's dex?
3.1.
Okay, just making sure. That's fine.
A BL is 3, Captain is 3.1.
That's right. Nosing is 3 point.
Okay.
3.2.
I don't know why I had the one behind him as well.
Just making sure that's updated because I'm very proud of it. I'm not last.
You weren't last anyway, were you?
It's tied with Doc.
So anyway,
Oh wow.
BL busts in the door, does a quick scan of the room. Hostiles. And he's gonna shoot Blunderbuss Boy.
Definitely has a blunderbuss down there.
It's not really a blunderbuss, but it's a bulky long arm like that.
Mhm.
Remember the Mando logic. You can block laser Jedi. All right, have fun blocking buckshot.
Yeah.
What the Force is for.
Mhm.
All right, but that's what BL's doing. So basically, what we'll wind up with is him and Doc kind of on either side of the door. Him just unloading on people, and if anybody gets close, then the Doc's gonna
Hit
intercept.
him with the thing.
Then it's the captain. Captain, what are you doing?
He sees BL aiming for Blunderbuss Boy. So, quick comm is don't damage that gun. And
That's what you're worried about in the middle of this?
he is going to. You said there was 6 of them, including Blunderbuss Boy.
There
Or
are
7
seven. There are
including.
7 that are obviously hostile.
Okay, so 6 including Blunderbuss.
Like I said, if you're looking through like the front window, then you see some of the guys are like just ducking under tables.
Which one's aiming at Io?
You hadn't figured that out yet.
No, I had not. All right.
Well, I mean they're like declaring before, so like he'd be able to see
Yeah.
like. Who that
Yes,
is.
yes, you would absolutely. I hadn't sat down and. All right, we're gonna say Blunderbuss Boy is number 1. Everybody else just got pistols.
Someone's definitely aiming for Io. It's just a matter of which one of them is.
Right. There's people aiming for everybody.
Mhm.
All right,
As there should be.
all right, so number 7's aiming at Io. Number 6 will be aiming at Io. Blunderbuss Boy will be aiming at Keltzer. And we'll say he's number 1, so number 2 is aiming at Keltzer. See, and Ozen was bolting through the door, so
Hasn't bolted yet.
well, actually, your movement takes place during the declaration.
Right, but I haven't even gotten a chance to declare yet, so they wouldn't.
Oh, that's right. We're not that far up the list yet.
Mhm. Trust me, if I could, I would tank them, but I'm not in there yet.
So number 3 will be shooting at Keltzer, and then 4 and 5 will be shooting at Doc.
Okay.
And that will
So-
all change radically next round when,
Fucking Jedi shows up.
Ozen, and they can react to BL showing up. And somebody shooting from outside the building.
Hello, cat.
So yeah, you got 2 of the guys with pistols that are like taking aim at Io as she jumps across the bar.
You said 1 and 2.
You have 2 people. It's technically number 6 and number 7 as I have them listed.
Okay. He will shoot number 6.
Okay.
He was gonna go for Blunderbuss Boy, but he sees BL going for him, and I was like, I'm not gonna take his kill.
Again.
I didn't take his kill last time.
No, it was Keltzer that was kill stealing him last time.
Twice.
Ozen, what are you doing?
Alright. I also see this target rich environment as I come in.
Yep.
About how far are they from me at this point? As I just go through the double doors?
4 through 7 are close enough that you could get to them with the one movement. As part of this movement.
Yep. Then I will slink over to we'll say 7. And just snap hits all at the same time.
All right. So you're going for 7. And then it is Keltzer.
Who is currently bio. But we can imagine that they would easily go for somebody in target-rich environment.
That's
for
true.
sure. It's
Clearly,
just
she's going to
which
shoot
one?
somebody. Or they're going to shoot somebody.
Give her just a moment, though. They're almost back.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
They coming around the corner.
When they come, they'll be coming around the corner when they come.
Yeah.
They'll be coming round the corner.
Turn around, shoot first, ask questions later will be what she does and dodge.
All right. So who is she wanting to shoot? You've got one guy holding some kind of weapon that looks almost like a blunderbuss. And he's aiming at you. 2 other guys with pistols are aiming at you. And then you've got 2 people with pistols aiming at Doc, 2 people with pistols aiming at Io. Ozen has just come running out of the back and is running up to one guy, doing that snap hiss.
She will shoot the one with the blunderbuss.
Okay. She gets to go first. Fire.
6 dice. Just make sure it's 6. I gotta up my dice and control. Okay. 25.
All right, that is definitely a hit.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
$20 damage.
He got a 7.
Oh, jeez.
I think he's gonna be okay.
I mean, this is my heavy blaster pistols, not my medium repeating blaster.
Had to leave that on the ship.
It's the Mandalorian thing where they like fling the gun.
So yeah, a full-fledged character that wouldn't have put him at mortal right away, but they'd
Would have been mortal.
Would it?
That's
Yeah.
3 times.
It was 1 shy of 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these are moops. So yeah, he goes flying back in his chair.
With that, Kelser's gonna look at the rest and be like, "One chance. Where's my niece?"
All right, then it drops down to Ozen.
Wasn't anyway.
So the way I'm doing it is like pressing the hilt in first and then snap hissing.
You're
How I
shitting
intend to
them
do
with your lightsaber.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Ozen's been to jail. She ain't afraid to go back.
I know what to do to people like me.
I know what to do to people like me.
28. So if you're gonna take over me, now's the time to do it.
You retain control.
Thanks, Doc.
If I recall, I believe
it was-
Doc rolled 326s in a row.
327.
Nice.
Yeah, he sent me a screenshot.
All of you
you.
saw that before me, you assholes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He was very happy that you rolled the
No.
same numbers every time
I
in a
rolled
row.
27 3 times. The numbers just shifted.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
could not make that up if I wanted. So he
Yes, we
wanted
did
Jesus
all see it
Christ.
and kept it from you.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
what's
you,
the-
but also fuck all of you.
You're
Hey, now,
welcome.
I was not involved with spreading the information around. I did not know till this moment that anybody else had seen that except me and Video.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything because
But yes,
suspense.
yeah.
Doc did
Yeah,
an
no,
excellent.
it's great
he did-
suspense.
Doc did an excellent job of installing your
Okay.
cybernetics.
Mhm.
Tip your local Medroids, folks.
All right. me
Toss
roll
a
my 9 dice.
cred to your
Alright.
Metroid.
Woo, baby, that's a lot of 6s. Next,
Hoochie
12, 18,
mama.
24,
What a dice full.
Well, he got-
28,
He got a lot of
32,
5s, so he'll be fine.
33, 34, 35, 36.
He got a 10. There's a 5 on all of his dice. That's quite a
We're
lot.
just gonna walk that off. You know, it's gonna be fine.
And then before he like actually falls, I'll retract it.
Yeah, you're not
I
really
guess he
fooling
can't-
anybody with that, but you know.
Sure, but at least it's plausible deniability. What? No, this
How?
is blaster. This is weird
So
pocket
yeah,
blaster.
you run up, press the hilt of your lightsaber right in his midsection. Extend the blade back through his spine and out his back, and then turn it off.
Yep, and then he falls.
And he just kind of flops back. And we'll say that was one of the guys that was shooting at Doc.
I'd listen to her if I were you.
Captain.
I'm shooting at his target.
Oh, that's
Quick
right.
comp.
You were shooting at, was it 6 or 7?
6.
Okay.
Weird dice.
This is long distance. Oh, no, it's not long range on your weapon, though. Grab the sniper.
Is it at least medium range? Because medium range on the rifle is between 35 to 110 meters.
Yeah, it would definitely be that far.
So then the bonus counts. So that was 16. 34?
That's definitely a hit.
He loses 2 dice of strength to resist the damage.
Mhm.
Full house.
Oh Jesus! No way.
Oh no.
No, that's Yahtzee that what you're thinking of.
Okay, I was like, hold on a second.
No,
You
it's
hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6.
that's long straight. It is 2 6s
Uh huh.
and 3 1s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See what you mean now.
Well, he got
Yeah.
a 5.
So that is a total of a 15. Well, no, 17 with the +2.
Yeah, so you still tripled him, so he goes down.
Yeah. No one sees what happens. Guy just falls over.
BL was going to shoot Blunderbuss Boy,
Got kill stealed for the third time in a row.
and then Kelter just spun around and blew his target away. So he spends the round just staring, just looking murder in Kelter's direction.
You know, that's fair.
They're gonna do the Lord of the Rings thing later. That still only counts as one.
There's an entire Star Destroyer.
No, he's trying to find a way to, justify shooting Kelter.
Oh, she stepped right in front of my blaster.
How can I convince the captain that she was hostile to me? It's only following orders, only shooting the hostiles.
I still have the restraining bolt.
Let's see, we drop down from BL to IO.
Behind the counter, gonna take a shot at any of the remaining targets.
All right, there's still one guy that's aiming in your direction, so.
Yeah, she's gonna shoot at him.
All right.
Alright, blaster. 18, probably +2.
Okay, that's definitely a hit.
Cool. 13.
All right. He got a 6. So you doubled it. He goes down.
Still just apologizing to the barkeep. Like, look, I swear, we just came to ask questions.
You can't tell if he's paying any attention to you. He's just curled up in the fetal position, waiting it out.
You'd think working in a bar in this area of town, he'd be used to this kind of stuff, I guess, but,
Or maybe his experience teaches him this is the best position to be in to survive.
Fair enough.
Granted, there's usually not battle droids and sniper fire, but...
Well, you know.
All right, and then it is Doc's turn. All right, and you were guarding the door.
Gonna try his darndest to guard the door over BL.
Well, you can see where one of the patrons is running for the door. But he's one that had not pulled a gun or anything. It's like, he was the one you saw that as soon as he saw what was going on, he jumped up and started running that direction. So you see him just coming at you, hands in the air. I'm not in it. I'm not in it. So when his turn comes up, you would have the option to reach out and smack him if you wanted to. But
I mean, to be fair, if he genuinely is just running in panic, Doc, since he's not being hostile trying to do anything, he's just gonna probably let him go. He could. He's a good being honest patron. Doc doesn't really know. But besides, he's a droid. He's a doctor. He's not really supposed to harm people if he's not supposed to.
Well, you've got your trank thing. All right, and after Doc is the baddies, and as well as the patrons. So yeah, that one patron run. If you and BL, BL's already occupied, so he runs past y'all and out in the street. Like I said, no weapon in hand. He's just, just like a local. He's just booking it. One of the guys, like I said, was has hidden under the table. He's just down. He's just crouched under the table, keeping his head down. And you see him. He looks over at the other guy that's just sitting there. One guy's just sitting in his chair, just froze like he doesn't know what to do. The guy under the table basically yells at him, "Get down, you idiot!" Yeah. And then that guy kind of drops to the ground and crawls up under one of the tables. And then let's see, nobody left alive to shoot at IO. One of the guys turns around and shoots at Doc. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He got a 12. Doc, are you going to dodge?
Jeez.
All right, roll me a dodge. quite be. It wouldn't quite be point blank, but it'd be short range. All right, so short range difficulty is a 10 plus the 7 you rolled, so he needs a 17, and he rolled a 12, so he misses.
Hey, nice.
And then we got 2 guys shooting at Keltzer. And I believe, Keltzer, you already said you were going to be dodging?
Yes.
Alright. Don't forget the multiple action penalty.
And armor penalty.
Yep.
So that's 8. Alright, the first one misses without you having to dodge, so.
Okay.
And the next one rolls worse.
Yes. Okay.
One rolled an 8, one rolled a 7.
Perfect.
They could have rolled a little lower technically, but not by much. Alright. Let's see, and then this go round, the baddies. Of which there are 3 left. One of them yells, "Make for the door!" And all 3 of them are going to turn and run towards the front door, shooting at Doc and BL. You know, just like trying to clear the path to get out. Because they don't want no more of y'all.
They should have thought of that.
So that's what the baddies are doing. Doc, what are you doing?
He's going to attempt to get one of them running by.
Okay. Io, what are you going to do?
She'll take a shot at one of the ones going out because she knows there'll probably be at least 1 or 2 bolts waiting for them once they get outside.
Okay. And Dewey, were you about to say something else?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay. BL is he's just gonna target one of the guys running at him.
Yeah.
But while he's targeting one guy, he says nice and loud so it can be heard across the room, "I'm taking the one on the left." Captain, what are you doing?
He will hold his fire for if one of them makes it out the door, then he'll shoot
Okay.
the first one if any of them make it out the door.
All right. Ozen.
Campers in Call of Duty. Ozen will then take the one on the right. I'm actually gonna do multiple lightsaber attacks. I'm gonna do one on this person, and then one on the other one that's not one of the other ones that's not the target that BL is going after.
There's left, right, and middle because there's 3 of them.
Okay, so he said he's getting the one on the right.
Left.
BL said, "I'm going for the one on the left."
Okay, so then I'll get the one on the right and then the middle.
Okay. And Keltzer.
So going after the one on the left, right?
He said he's going after the one on the left.
She will.
My
She'll
left- my
also
left
shoot
or
the
your
one
left?
on the left. No. She'll shoot the one in the middle.
All right.
I
My
don't know
left or
why
your
BL
left?
just went nuts. I think he's shorted out, man.
All right. So Keltzer goes first.
And if Kelser hits that one, then if Kelser takes that one out, then I'll just swing twice at the same person.
$26.
That's definitely a hit. And they roll pathetic on their strength. So they got a 5 on their strength.
I don't think you can actually, like... Oh, I guess you can roll a 5 on strength and match it.
$18.
Alright, the guy in the middle goes away.
Yep.
And then it is Ozen.
24.
Okay. That is a hit.
Mhm.
He got a 9 on his strength roll.
I got way more than that. Hold on. 10,
So like an
20,
11 or 12.
No. I lost count again.
Do you need to go back to the
37.
die roller?
No,
Oh, yeah.
37.
You bisect this guy. Up to you whether
And
it's,
then-
you know, lengthwise or heightwise.
Just... I'm not a monster. Lengthwise. And then I will, like, give up the last attack because I know BL really wants that shot.
Well, you know what the fun thing is? He said he'd take the one on the left. You said you'd take the one on the right. But y'all are
Uh-huh.
facing opposite directions.
I know.
So left and right would be the same target. You know, his left
I
would
know.
be your right.
I know.
So you cut down the one right in front of him.
Intent is fun.
But, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was ready for that to happen. And
He expects betrayal at this point.
he locks eyes with Ozen. You did that on purpose. As his torso rotates around, he shoots the last
You
guy.
said the one on the left. I got the one on the right.
Captain, if you would, or Eric, if you would roll for BL.
Yeah, that's character sheet. I stopped pulling up his character sheet because he usually doesn't get a chance to actually shoot shit. Okay.
He tries.
Yeah, he tries, but he usually doesn't get to.
God, does he try?
That's a moot. Oh, he pissed.
Did he miss?
No, he Yahtzeed 6s.
Oh God.
All right, so that is
Nice.
definitely a hit. Roll your damage.
He mad. Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
I would personally rather take time to count out my dice than
yeah.
ever have to, like,
Shit.
subtract a dice, add a dice, subtract a dice, add a dice, like on digital.
16.
Okay. He got a 14.
Still a wound.
Yeah. He still goes down, goes minions.
Yeah.
And then BL looks at some of the guys hiding under the table. Are you hostiles? And there is a chorus of no!
Damn.
Captain, I'm not sure I believe them. But he doesn't actually shoot.
Ozen will immediately put the lightsaber up,
Okay.
hop over and go to the bartender. Are you harmed?
Is it over?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And he gets up, he looks around, and he realizes there's very little damage to the bar. There was, there was a couple of missed shots, so there's a couple of scorch marks on the wall, but nothing.
There's a scorch mark from a lightsaber, just like on a poster somewhere.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Disapproving Io look like, really?
I should probably check on the cooks.
They're very gone. They're not
He-
dead.
I mean, he gets a panic look on his face for a second.
They're not dead.
Just the
Oh,
one guy's dead.
But one of
Oh.
them looked very unsatisfied with their work, so I believe the term is quit. Wait, yeah, that's just how it is. He quit. There's probably an apron down that way if you want to see it.
Yeah, okay. They're easily replaced. So yeah, you've
The
got
other
a
guy
room
might
full
be
of
out there
bodies.
still.
The other two patrons, if you aren't in the mood to stop them, they're going to get up and leave.
Ozin will like
And then I started blasting. No.
Ozin will like kind of as they're leaving be like come up to them and be like, now, hands up. No, my hands are up.
Oh,
Please don't tell anyone about what happened here.
we didn't say anything. We came in, we had a drink, we left. Whatever went down here must have happened after we were gone.
Exactly. Thank you very much. She pats them and leaves and goes back to the bartender.
I was gonna go get the blunderbuss.
They hustle out the door.
Already
and
knows.
They hustle out the door as BL watches them.
I like working on seedier sides of town. No one asks questions.
So most of the guys you shot are dead. But there are a couple of them that, maybe you didn't wound quite as badly. They're just laying there. You do not see the man that talked to you in the alleyway.
Interesting.
Huh.
Or
You
I
know where
should
his
say,
apartment is.
none of you inside the bar see him. Captain, you see somebody running down the street. You recognize it's this guy.
The guy who was in the alley.
Yeah. The guy that gave you this bar to go to, and that Ozin followed back to his house, or to his home, basically. He's running down the thing. He's still strapping on his little protective vest.
Oh shit!
He's just a little late to the party.
Mm-hmm.
That guy has information.
I'm gonna wait until he turns to go into the alley. If he's going for the back door. I'm gonna be keeping a bead on him the whole time.
No, he just runs up to the front door.
Okay. So as he gets up to the front door, shot in the kneecaps.
Ooh.
He won't run.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to say getting him in both kneecaps would be quite difficult, but one of the kneecaps we can accept.
Was that one sniper game where it just
Depending
does
on
the zoom?
Sniper Elite 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I saw one guy take out an entire squad of Nazis by shooting every single one of them in the testicles in a straight line.
Yep, I've seen that too.
Anyway,
Ow!
anyway,
Video games.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
video
yeah.
game logic.
Vidgy games.
Question. If my attack roll is high enough, can I get both kneecaps?
Just go for the one.
Yes. If you roll 10 higher than needed to hit him, you will have gotten both kneecaps.
Cool.
Don't tell
My
me
dice
that.
my dice might decide he gets to have a kneecap. I don't know. Because
Like
this is a
singular
lot of low
kneecap.
numbers. That's 12, 16.
He needs those to walk.
17, 19,
Does he though?
Yes.
Does
Yes, you
he?
really do need kneecaps to walk.
32.
That's how walking works.
Okay.
So that's pretty low.
Yeah, but we had decided it was medium range, I believe, for this gun.
At this distance.
So that is a 15.
that is 10 higher.
Yeah, because he wouldn't know to be dodging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So all
you
of us
take it
just
through
hear,
both.
fuck!
You take it through both kneecaps. He drops to the ground screaming. Ah!
Oh,
We just
there he
hear it
is.
and drag him inside.
Yep. Closed, locked door.
Just see dude's running, he just falls over. It's like, well, Captain's.
Oh, found him.
So you
So
got.
I think that's what Ozin would actually be doing. But like, where's the guy? He said he was going to be here.
So you've got Mr. No
Good.
Knees. And like 2 of the other guys are still alive, badly wounded but still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So once that's done, the captain is going to disassemble the rifle, put it all its individual parts in his pack, so it just looks like he's carrying a backpack.
Okay.
Would a basic medical roll at least just stabilize these people?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'll roll if Doc is busy. Doc is rolling.
Let's say BL does have an inbuilt first aid kit.
I don't think
Yeah,
BL
but
would be.
he's not going to use it unless specifically given instructions.
BL's more of a harmacist.
He will. The captain will say, like, before he gets off the roof and goes back to his alibi of,
Doc rolled a 34.
I'm just waiting in the car. Well, yeah, but there's 3 people.
I'm going to say with a 34, he can patch everybody up just fine.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, then, the captain is just going to quietly, off the roof, he's going to go back to the speeder and just get in and just... He's just sitting there waiting for everybody to come back from the bar because they didn't want to go drinking.
Light a victory death stick.
No, he's just chilling. He's just chilling in the speeder, waiting for everyone to get back from the bar.
Radio on, windows up.
All right. So in the bar, you've got 3 people to question.
Yep.
We've got 5 minutes, so if there's a question or 2 that you wish to ask right now, you may ask.
Shake one of them. Where's the girl? No.
Where's Pain?
Where's the little girl with the gun to their face?
We've shipped her off world already.
Where?
I don't know where they go.
To where?
I just know the guy we gave her to.
And the name?
Oh yeah, y'all were gonna want a name for him, weren't you?
Yeah. It's a little important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe it is. Let's see.
Anyone else want to volunteer up an old screen name?
None of them are.
Duba. His
Star
name is
Wars
Duba.
appropriate.
Name is Duba.
Uh,
Oh no.
It's branded. It's
Uh.
branded.
no, his name is Felcol. Felcol. Felcol.
L. Cole.
Purble. Purbul. You get a full name.
Race, species.
He is human.
Wait. Okay.
Human, a little short of 2 meters. So just under 6 foot. Balding, a little pot-bellied. Not like bad out of shape, but like he's getting older and been drinking some beer.
Mm.
So since Io said she was keeping her comm open for that whole thing, the captain will say, "Would you mind asking if this was a slaver operation or not?"
Considering Io's history, would she know this guy's name?
She does not.
Okay.
It's not your part of the galaxy. The galaxy's a big place.
Fair
You
enough.
can't know every scumbag.
I know at least a few.
You know a lot of them, though.
Yeah.
She'll let someone else ask the question then.
Kelser's doing a great job. I'm gonna let her keep doing
All
that.
right. Kelso, what else you want to ask?
Why'd you go after them?
We were just told to. We were given when they were going to be in town. What they look like.
Who,
Money to hire a bunch of extra guys because it's Mandos.
who gave you the order?
Felcol. Felcol hired us for this.
How did he know of them?
He didn't share that information with us. You know, they were just targets that I guess his employer wanted, or whoever had hired him
I'll
wanted.
shoot one of their kneecaps.
Ah, we don't know. I swear we don't know. Mr. No Kneecaps. Look, he slipped up one time. I don't think he's a slaver. He slipped up one time and called them subjects.
Medical research. Quote unquote air quotes.
Look, that the only other thing I know is the name of his ship. If I give you the name of the ship, will you just leave and let us be?
I don't know. You could have left them be.
Look, it was just a job. Well, look, if you're still mad, shoot those two guys. Just let me be, and I'll give you the name of the ship. His two guys are not super pleased about this.
Respect.
I'd shoot him now after he gets the information.
Go look at the other two guys. Do you know the name of the ship?
And both of them are like, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Does not fill you with a whole lot of confidence.
No, it does not.
But let's face
Give me
it.
the name of the ship and I'll decide what to do next. And if you take too long, you do have other body parts I can shoot and still not kill you.
Are you saying that like the entire group?
Yep.
One of the guys says it was the laser pony. One of the guys says it was the stinking swamp rat.
Why didn't we think up these good names for our ship, guys?
Honestly.
And No Knees is like, tell me, are you gonna let me live?
Depends. If the, answer sounds reasonable enough.
I'd tell her, man. I've seen her shoot testicles off a guy from 300 meters out.
I'd also do what she says.
His
Are you assigning my feats to her now?
Using it to threaten somebody.
Mr. No Knees tells you it's the Distinguished Duros.
Sounds like a ship where they would refer to each other as subjects.
And he rattles off whatever the make and model of the ship is. It's a decent sized transport. A little bit bigger than the Rubicon.
She'll look at Io and the captain and be like, "Can we figure it out if that's an actual ship?"
Captain's in the car.
Oh, that's right. So, Io.
captain's nowhere near the bar.
Wall, like...
she'll
Just
look
turn
at
around, you
Io
just
and be
see his
like,
face in the window.
"Can we figure out if this is an actual ship?"
Given the information and location, can she figure out if this is a ship that's been there recently? And if it's registered to the guy that they said?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a computer programming roll.
Using that security kit. 31.
Okay. So you essentially communicate back to the ship and have R2 kind of run what you're doing through the ship and into the spaceport's system.
She uses R2 as a hotspot.
Sort of. Let's see. And you got a plenty high enough for a very difficult roll. So you managed to get a look at the ship registry of ships that have come and gone recently. And yes, there is a Distinguished Duros, and it is registered to a Captain Purple.
What's bucket? Yep.
His first name
Names?
isn't listed, but his last name was.
Names match up.
Okay. She'll look at the group, then she'll look at the guys. I'm sorry, I can't have any witnesses going back. And she will execute them.
Wait.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say.
That's kind of where Ozen's at too. Is like, hey, what?
And all three of them slump back.
Ozen just leaves.
Yeah,
And
you
goes
know,
into
they were
the
probably all involved with the murder of that family.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I'll
not-
catch to be like, you can have first shower, just so you know.
I was
some
going to
of
take
some
it
of you
anyway.
are not nice people, but these were actually bad people.
Yes.
So we will wrap here as y'all head out of this bar and presumably back to your ship.
I'll hand over the blunderbuss.
Oh yes, yes.
We brought you a toy.
And the captain, while he was waiting on them, will have ordered a shipment and like called the crew. Can I do a quick bartering roll to?
Sure.
Because he's not gonna, while we're here, go ahead and get it shipped, so it's there. We can go sell it when we're done.
Gonna make money during this trip. Come on.
He's a greedy man.
I've
Yeah.
worked for greedier.
So,
That's
14.
me talking though, not Ozen.
You got
Yeah.
what now?
A 14.
I mean, Ozen's also worked for a hut, so technically,
Yeah.
I got a 5, a 3, and then 3 2s.
Okay. You write down the bonus that'll give you when you try to sell. All right. All right. So you managed to get a pretty good deal on some of this stuff, and
Cool.
it'll be delivered later that day. So
Okay.
that's going to wrap it up for this week. Hope everybody that came by and watched enjoyed it. I hope my players had fun. I certainly did.
Oh yeah.
If you're not, or if you haven't seen all the gaming you want to see this week, we should have some more games going on in Direbear. I know some stuff's
We do.
wrapping up, but what do we got, Jeremy?
So tomorrow, the return of
Right.
False Scarlet Knights with the Bard JT as he brings those people back on their next season of whatever adventures are going to happen. So season premieres are always fun, so tune in for that. We've got A Knight's Ransom on Thursday, unless something has happened, with Pink Rambo, and then on Saturday we have the Stolen Cities with Alex, and then on Monday is going to be on Twitch. They're going to play the recording that they did of the Session 0 for The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which they have already done it, but it is just the recording of it. So it's not going to be a live game, but it's going to be some content on the Monday, and they'll start that game the week after.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you can find us on Tuesday. You'll find Remnant Shadow, Star Wars actual play.
As someone who's DM'd while Beyond the Witchlight, for those watching, I would definitely tune into that. It is some wacky shit.
And with that, we are out.
wild.